I love the river. And it's a resource that we use in our livelihood. You can't keep taking from a resource without giving something back. This is our way of giving back.
That was the kind of person Ruth Jones was, living out her 92 years on the Delaware River and making sure it looks the way nature intended. The matriarch of the former owners of Kittatinny Canoes has taken her final river trip, but not before leaving a legacy of stewardship for this river and Poconos region.
And when I'm not here anymore, if I go upstairs, I'm going to look for a river to clean up.
Ruth Jones was known as the River Queen of the Delaware, and for good reason. Raised on the river by her parents, pioneers in the river trip industry.
I was an only child and grew up on the river, and that's where I played. It was my playground, my playmate, my best friend.
Ruth grew up during a time of protests against the proposed Tox Island Dam. They stopped the dam, but the Jones family had to relocate upriver to what would be one of the Kittatinny bases of operations all these years, in Matamoras, where Brianna Strunk spoke with her in 2021. It was for the 31st on and under the Delaware River cleanup, which Ruth Jones started decades earlier.
I've always paddled on the river, but every time I've paddled, if I saw a piece of trash, I picked it up. I says, there's so much trash out there and I can't handle it all. It's beyond me. We need to do something about it because no one had ever cleaned the river. I says, but if we're going to do it, let's do it right. So we started the first cleanup in 1990.
The event grew with volunteers, year after year.
And on the fourth year, we removed 1,004 tires. Isn't that amazing?
More amazing was the fleet of men and women and children Ruth Jones was able to grow through the years, each finding a love of the river just like hers.
And now we have the same volunteers that come every year. It's like a giant reunion. I mean, you should really talk to some of the volunteers, especially when they come off the river to see what they brought in.
The on and under the Delaware River cleanup will continue on long after Ruth Jones' life of work to pick up these pristine waters. She wouldn't want it any other way.
Anytime you go paddling, bring out trash with you. Keep the river clean, because if we keep the river clean annually, people will have a tendency not to throw trash in it. And it is squeaky clean now.
Ruth Jones, River Queen of the Delaware. If you're interested in carrying on her legacy, watch for ways to sign up for the Ruth Jones annual On and Under the River Cleanup at Kittatinny.com. Or join Pick Up the Poconos to celebrate Earth Day, April 26th, 2025. Go to pickupthepoconos.com. This has been Jim Hamill for the Pocono Television Network.